Good morning. Today in advisory lessons, we're going to be talking about when and how to set a meeting. One of the great things about Kahila Jewish High School is the fact that your teachers are available to meet with you on a regular basis. We will encourage and at times require you to meet with us to look at issues of understanding and make sure you're doing as well as you can in a class. We're going to first talk about the when to set a meeting. Let's take a minute, and in your advisory groups, I want you to answer the question, when should I contact a teacher to set a meeting? I'd like each of you to write a list, take about a minute. You can pause this video, and at the end of that, we'll resume. So I'm assuming that you paused the video and you've made the list. Your list likely includes things like when I miss class, when I don't get it, and when the homework is harder at home. Both of these are great situations to have a brief conversation with your teacher to help promote further understanding. When you miss class, it's your obligation to set up a meeting as soon as possible, because if you missed one day, you only have one day to make up that work. When you don't get it, this is a tough one to manage, but the closer you tune yourself into when you understand things and when you don't, the easier it'll be for you to say, you know what, I kind of understood that, but I really need to go talk to them a little bit more. And then this often happens. Oftentimes, when we're doing the homework in class, it seems very accessible and we feel very successful. And when we go home and try to do it there, we realize that we don't understand it as well as we thought in class. So this is another great opportunity to make an appointment to talk to a teacher. So that takes care of the when. Now, as far as the how. Know your teacher's open blocks. These are on the syllabus. A lot of the teachers have schedules posted also. Knowing your teacher's open blocks allows you to see if you have a common open block. What you want to do is you want to shoot for a common open block. And if you don't have one of those, before school, lunch, possibly after school. Once you've decided, so your first step is determine availability. So we'll turn to the next page here. First thing is figuring out when they're available. 2, use email to ask for an appointment. You might be able to casually just catch the teacher in their room and say, hey, can I ask you a quick question about the Odyssey? And I'll say, sure. But if you have a question that takes any kind of depth at all to understand, then you really want to make sure you set aside that time. And the only way that you can do that is by emailing the teacher and asking for an appointment. They will email you back, and then you have an official appointment. Once they email you back and you have an official appointment, you have to understand it's your job to get there. If you don't show up to that appointment, they will contact your advisor and say, hey, Bob missed an appointment. So make appointments. They promote understanding. And once you make your appointments, put it in your calendar and keep your find that you're often going in to talk to your math teacher, maybe you want to set up a standing appointment. So it's just a check-in for like 5–10 minutes at the beginning of a common open block. So remember, we're here to help you out. The teachers are very accessible. You just have to take the initiative to set up that appointment. If any of this makes you nervous at all, you can always ask your advisor, hey, Dr. Patterson really scares me and I need your help setting up an appointment with him. And your advisor will laugh at you and then help you out. Thanks.